hello everybody, once again, welcome to SFF180. It is Monday, July the 13th, and here is the mailbag for this week, a rather small haul. So I'm going to do a couple of announcements before getting to them, though. First off, the BookTube SFF Awards. We have our shortlists. We announced them all this morning, and so if you haven't seen those videos yet, boop, there is a card for mine, and then there will be links to those from the other hosts. And so yes, it all turned out very, very impressively, I would say. A really good selection of titles were nominated by you, the public, so you've all got really good taste. At least as far as I can tell. There's some things that I haven't read yet on that list, so it is yet to be determined. But anyway, thank you all so much for participating, and go check that out. And the read-alongs will be coming throughout the next 3 months, August, September, and October, and then, of course, the final live show award ceremony in November. Also, I'm going to be once again a program participant at the end of this month. I think it is July the 24th through the 26th that weekend at Armadillocon 37, which is a venerable old Austin literary SFF convention. I'll be doing some panels there. I will also once again be one of the Writers Workshop instructors, which I've been doing since something like 2008. Really excited for this year's convention. Ken Liu is going to be guest of honor. Several other people that I always look forward to seeing. You know, if you're in the Austin area, by all means, please come to that con. And if you're not, well, I can't promise that I'm probably not going to vlog it like I did the Nebula weekend, but I might be Instagramming some of it, and there will be probably a general con report just via Twitter. I'll be tweeting things all weekend. So looking forward to that, and I've got a butt ton of work to do between now and then. So I'm going to be giving myself like all these 12-hour reading sprints, a whole lot of stuff to get caught up on before the convention. So going to be a very, very busy time, but I'm looking forward to it. Okie dokie, I think that's enough yammering, and without further ado, let us get into the book, shall we? From the mailroom of Macmillan Holdings, let us see. I'm guessing this will be an arc of something. It might be an arc of something. I don't know. It is an arc of something. It is an arc for a new novel by L.E. Modesett Jr. This is apparently a standalone space opera. I've been hearing a little bit about this. It's called Solar Express. It says it is shipping in November. November 3rd this will be available. A new standalone hard SF novel from L.E. Modesett Jr. For decades, humanity had enjoyed a peaceful era of space exploration, as all nations agree upon the one rule: you can't militarize space. Of course, humans never were very good at following the rules. As the struggle over dwindling resources ramps up on Earth and looks to move into space any day, a comet is discovered to be carrying a fascinating alien structure on a direct course to the Sun. Dr. Elena Wong, who first found the comet and its cargo, believes it holds the keys to revolutionary leaps in our understanding of the universe. If only her friend, Captain Christopher Tavoyan, can forestall the outbreak of war long enough to stop the comet from its kamikaze flight. All right then, so Solar Express, a new hard SF novel from L.E. Modesett Jr. on November the 3rd from Tor. This is a paperback from HarperCollins. I was mistaken, everyone. It was not a paperback. It's one of these itty-bitty little hardcover editions that they're doing of Richard Kadri's Sandman Slim series. And this looks to be the newest Sandman Slim novel, Killing Pretty. I really should read these, do you think? Okay, this one comes out on the 28th of July. And it says, at the heart of Richard Kadri's Sandman Slim novels lies a profound respect and admiration for the noir mystery greats, from Richard Stark to Raymond Chandler, Jim Thompson to James M. Cain. Kadri's novels provide countercultural homage to the dark, seamy worlds inhabited by the hard-boiled crime solvers of yore. And no city runs quite as blearily into the noir landscape as Los Angeles, home to Kadri's protagonist, the aptly named James Stark, aka Sandman Slim, who certainly isn't your average Sam Spade. Sandman Slim inhabits a grim landscape where corruption, treachery, evil deeds, and dark magic litter the streets of LA with dead bodies and detritus. So I guess, you know, just imagine your usual detective-y urban fantasy stuff, but with a distinctive noir slant, and you've got Sandman Slim. All right, so Killing Pretty comes out the 28th of July. Let me know in the comments. This might be as good a time as any to show these off. Way back when, an earlier volume of that series, Kill the Dead. Look, these were the little prezzies that you got with the review copies of that. Look, they're shotgun shells to kill zombies. They're empty, so they're not very good at killing zombies, but they sent them along anyway. So I guess you just sort of stare at them hopelessly while the zombies eat your stomach, and you say, "You bastards, you sent me duds." And that will be your last thought. But nice of them to think about it, though. All right, this is a, it says from the Penguin Group, this is a super slim, itty-bitty little package. I wonder what this could be. All right, well, as you can see, this is a, probably, I'm guessing, a bit of a fang-in-cheek, see what I did there, take on the whole vampire thing, because it is called You're a Vampire, : That Sucks. Yeah, because vampires, that's a thing they do. But this is an arc for something that apparently comes out in October, and it says, vampires, zombies, werewolves, and other monsters are at large, and chances you've come across books like the Zombie Survival Guide, which detail how to keep these nasties at bay using your wit, instincts, and survival skills. Yeah, and apparently fake shotgun shells that publishers send you. But let's face it, sometimes you aren't so lucky. Sometimes you take a wrong turn, or find yourself running just a little too slowly to avoid that bloodthirsty vampire. Hate when that happens. And then you're stuck with a new dilemma: how to survive eternity. In Count Dominic Diche, because I really want to think that it's not pronounced Dick. Anyway, in this author's unique spin on the Monster Survival Guide, You're a Vampire, That Sucks, you'll learn just what it's like to be the one dodging wooden stakes rather than wielding them. Count Diche's exhaustive guide includes tips, tricks, and trade secrets on how to cope with your new existence, such as understanding the vampire food pyramid, creating a nest egg for eternity, navigating your new vampire powers, coffin selections, and recipe to die for. Okay, it's one of these cute little one-joke books that I guess, you might find terribly amusing, if you like vampires. But You're a Vampire, That Sucks comes out sometime in October. So you had best hope not to get turned into a vampire before that time, because you won't have all of these helpful tips to survive. And finally, this is something from the Hachette Group. Ooh. Yes, I just danced a little jig because I have received the 5th season from N.K. Jemisin. This is a highly anticipated new novel by her. It's the first volume in something called The Broken Earth. Did Orbit do the usual Orbit thing of not putting an cell sheet in here? They did, didn't they? Okay. Well, in any event, I understand that it is the story of a woman searching for her lost daughter as the kingdom collapses around her. All it says here is a season of endings has begun. It starts with the Great Red Rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal and long-dormant wounds rising up to fester. This is the Stillness, a land familiar with catastrophe, where the power of the earth is wielded as a weapon and where there is no mercy. Okay, and as this is a finished copy, I am guessing that this is dropping very, very soon, if not tomorrow. Well, it says August 2015, so maybe this hits the racks at the end of the month, or beginning of August. But the 5th season, the new long-awaited series by N.K. Jemisin, begins. And last but not least, I am breaking my own rule on the mailbag. The mailbag is... I usually only will feature a book on it if I get it in the mail from the publisher. But I'm making an exception here because this is the new novel by my dear friend, Stina Light. This is her 3rd book and her first from Saga Press. It's the first in a new Flintlock fantasy series called The Malorum Gates. It's called Cold Iron, as you can see here. I'm very, very proud of Stina, although you should be aware that being my friend does not necessarily guarantee that I will rave, fulsomely about your work on my website or my channel. But I'm still really proud of her. She was a 2-time Campbell nominee for Best New Writer, so that's not nothing. So let's have a quick look at what this is about, because this lands in stores tomorrow. Okay, so for centuries, the kingdom of Elador has relied upon the Canaan race's natural magical talents to retain its elevated and seemingly impervious status in the world, particularly above the humans in Acrasia. Plots and assassination attempts grow against the royal twin heirs, Nails and Suvi, as the Arcasians seem to be doing more than saber rattling, against what they see as an evil, tyrannical nation. Nels, the only Canaan in Elador to study the Acrasians, understands the threat they pose and relinquishes his standing as heir to join the army, while Suvi supports the kingdom from within as admiral of the dwindling Eladorian navy, and the new heir to the crumbling throne. Slow to change, the Eladorians soon face the Acrasians' vast military, armed with muskets and cannon. But a revolution is coming, and along with it the possible end of a kingdom. The assumptions of generations will be turned on their heads. As Canaan and human clash, love and friendship are found and tested, and war comes as unwelcome as cold iron. So yeah, I mean, so you can see it's very much sort of in the same sandbox as, you know, guys like Django Wexler and Brian McClellan are playing, but I've also heard some comparison with Robin Hobb on this book, which would be a real departure for Stina, because her previous work was not like that at all. Very, very dark and grim, but this sounds like it's a big spectacle. I'm looking forward to reading it, but Cold Iron from Stina Light comes out from Saga Press, I do believe tomorrow, the 14th. And that is it for the mailbag on this sweltering July day. As always, please fire up the comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, which you would like to see me prioritize in the review queue. Also, if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like, share this video far and wide with your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. That is how SFF180 grows as a channel. So until I see all of you next time, keep an eye on the channel for new reviews, new mailbags. Until I see you next time, happy reading.